All right, everybody.
1900 hours. I hope you like that new introduction. Made to
Hey,
you by Mr. Enrique himself.
hey, look. Welcome everybody to another episode of Radio Check, first and the 15th. That little snippet is to raise the hairs on your head, on your arms,
Woo!
right? Thank you for all those that have served in one way or another in the armed forces. Those that serve at home, which I tell you, it's that that spot in service is often missed, but we appreciate the military spouses, family members, and children that support all those who serve abroad and here in our nation. But radio check, right? We come together every first and 15th for about half hour or so, sometimes longer if it needed, but it's just to give an avenue for all those that have served and are serving and supporting those that served or love the service, right? Because there are those that love the service too. Now, Crystal, she's on point. She's with us already. Thank you,
All right.
Crystal. Nice to see you. Um, and there's a change this week. We are streaming both here on LinkedIn and YouTube. We're covering bases, Vince.
Yeah, the field has expanded and we have expanded with the field. So, as you know, we're just here to do our buddy check every first and the 15th. Streaming live on LinkedIn, and now I can actually say on YouTube as well. So, I'm honored to have that opportunity. Thank you, Enrique, for making that happen. We just wanted to showcase this opportunity to the military community, either, as he mentioned, served in the military, you raise your right hand, or you are a family member or a spouse, a caregiver, or a child, even patriots, let you know that we honor everything you've done and doing for uh, those to remember and rekindle the flame of those who have sacrificed some and some sacrifice all. But here, those that are coming back home and that are back home, we wanted to let you know that those invisible wounds have to be talked about, and here is an opportunity to do it. It's Battle Buddy Day. It's Battle Buddy Check on Radio Check. So a little camaraderie, a little information, a daily dose. We're going to give it to you twice a week, so we hope you enjoy.
And as we are checking on our battle bodies, or those that serve and are actively serving and have served, I hope that you're like the label up on top, Lima Charlie, right? That everything's good on your end and that everything is okay. But sometimes things are not, and so that's why we provide this platform so that you can somehow have somebody to run to and talk to. So we cover everything here. If you need help, we'll try to get you that help. If you just need a pep talk, we'll talk it. We'll talk it, and we're happy to. You notice that we put the podcast address up on top. That's the YouTube channel. Where if you want to watch on there, that's great. If you want to watch here on LinkedIn, that's great as well. And I thank everybody that joined us. There's 4 people out there tuning in. Let us know who you are, where you're tuning in from. Don't be shy. This is where the family gets together. Multi-force. This is the purple room, I'm going to say.
The purple room. But I got a bone to pick, because those who joined us last time we met on July 1st, we had a thing we had to talk about because somebody missed the boat. Navy, got to say boat. And he was supposed to wear something special today. So what was it you're supposed to wear today, my man?
They said that I should be wearing an Oscar Mayer wiener costume. I did one better. I say, why wear it when I can eat it? So for lunch, I ate me an Oscar.
Hey, it was all in fun, folks. We were hoping to see that mask don or that uniform don of the Oscar Mayer wiener, but he ate it instead. So leave it to the Navy, But no, it's an all fun. But yeah, we're just excited again to be here. And as Enrique mentioned, the 4 of you all that joined, let us know where you're calling in from. If you have any questions, we have one coming up, Miss Jacqueline Berry. Hi, all. Hope everything is well. Joining from Houston, Texas.
Outstanding.
Hello, Miss
Outstanding.
Houston, Texas, the beautiful Lone Star State. As Air Force, that's where our home was for the basic training. So Lone Star State has definitely a seat in my heart. And for Miss Crystal, that's been there all time and time again. Hola, hello. We are honored to have you again on our show and be a repeat listener and participant. But yeah, and as I do, I decide to look up something that might resonate during every session. So here's what I have to share this episode. It's basically goes like this. And you can say you or me. As I look back in life, I realized that every time I thought I was being rejected from something good, I was actually being redirected to something better.
Outstanding.
So a different frame of mind, redirected from something good to something better. Another one has joined, John Vineyard from San Marcos, Texas. So we got Texas represented. Aloha, yes, sir. So don't forget, you realize at times you might look back, you've been redirected for something good, but actually been redirected to something better. Rejected for something good to redirect to something better. And this is another one. Let me give you a couple. It says here, the mind replays what your heart cannot delete. Just think about that. Mind replays what your heart cannot delete.
Ooh,
that's right there. You could take that too.
You could print that on a T-shirt.
Yes, sir. And I'll add one last cute one. We all like to say my bad, but I like us to say my good. My good is this, because we default to my bad a lot. So what's my good, people? What's my good? My good is that we're here for you. My good is that we are copacetic. We are awesome. So that's our good, my good. So I'm going to reframe that my bad to my good.
Well, I love the quotes every time you come on. There's something, it just makes you think, right? And I had shared earlier this week in a different venue something similar to your first quote, right? It's not something that is always happening to you. Sometimes it's happening for you, and it's in similar spirit in terms of the whole train of thought. It's not all bad, right? It's not all bad, and sometimes these delays in our time cycle are there for a reason, and we could either be hasty and what happens when you're hasty. You miss a lot of details, and so when you're hasty, you can miss those details and make it even worse than just being still and know, right? And know and just go with what it was meant for you, and always see that sometimes these things are for you and not to stop you, right?
Absolutely. And again, just honored to have folks from Texas on, say Marcos and Houston and Crystal online. So there's a fourth one on. I'd love to know where you're from and who you are. It'd be great to know that fourth person. That way we can have all four corners. So we can put another level on top to make level 2. So who's that fourth person? Let us know. That'd be great. Again, radio check. Any questions you all have, let us know. We would like to entertain them. But, I hope you're having a good day, a good month. Here it is, July 15th already. Wow. Over that hump of half the year of 2021. So I hope it's going well, and reflecting back on a few months, think about what you want to go back to. Another Texas, man. Texas is dominating.
That's Crystal. Crystal, she identifying herself.
So, Crystal, you just made the tic-tac-toe of Texas in the house. So thank you for that. But yeah, again, hope you all having a good day, a good week, a good month. And culminating 2021 is right around the corner. So look forward to some downtime, some relaxation, some time to just reflect and re-energize, because we all need that, going back to the new normal.
Oh yeah. Now I want to take some time, and we wear T-shirts that represent organizations that are doing great things for veterans. WWP, no doubt, has done a great deal of good for the veteran community. I'm in Central Florida. I got the Central Florida Navy League T-shirt on. That's my home base. A lot of people I love in that group, and so I bid you all blessings and say hello from the show. But maybe you have a good organization that those that are listening, that you would like to share and maybe give a shout out. We'd love to hear those organizations. Maybe in the future we'll get them on our podcast show, The Leadership Void. And so please, if you have an organization that is doing great things for the veteran community, the military community, please share those names in there. We'll dig them up.
Yeah, let's showcase them. We have to all either have the awareness of them and plus get them accolades, because a lot of things go behind the scenes that we not aware of. So showcase who they are. We'll love to know who they are and put a shout out to them. And if we haven't had them on the show, guess what? The Leadership Void, we will bring them on the show to talk about them and what they're doing in the community. So yeah. It's interesting how life evolves, and this is a small universe, a small earth. So we might know somebody in this community that is working that we probably serve with, So just love to hear for those. So please let us know in the chat who those are.
Yeah, and I was just sharing with you not too long ago on LinkedIn. Connecting with folks, networking is one of those things that you cannot calculate how much that and how far that will take you. One person can change your life. So this afternoon, I was connecting with Alan Beal, and you may or may not know him, but I'll throw his name out there, and I'll throw what he's doing. He's the CEO of Armed Forces Brewing Company. Now, I'm not a drinker, but I love camaraderie. So I will go and be part of that. But hey, check him out. Armed Forces Brewing Company is Alan Beal, Beal.
All right. Well, there's a shout out, Alan Beal, Armed Forces Brewing Company. Thank you for doing and putting that up, because it's not a stigma. It's not true, because Enrique doesn't drink. I drink sociably. Again, it's all about camaraderie, no matter how you cut it, slice and dice it. So it's just time for folks to get together, feel part of a tribe, especially after the military, folks. And that's probably the number one thing we always hear is like, what should I do? I don't know what to do, how to create, what to go from there. So let me stop and pause, because Jacqueline Berry says, yes, I have a friend that just created a nonprofit organization here in Texas. I'll have to let him know all about y'all. You all or y'all.
Yeah. Y'all.
It's an organization for everyone, especially veterans. So yes, Jack, please connect us to that individual, your friend. It is very valuable thing to connect, and also it's free. That's right. God, Crystal, it is. That's the best way of saying that. Yeah, network is free, and it's awesome because you connect with somebody. And it might be something you want at the moment, but you never know. Just building that camaraderie or that connection might serve value to you or someone else 5 weeks, 5 months, or even 5 years down the road. So, yeah, the connection is free. We love it. Thank you, Jacqueline, for hooking us up and providing that nonprofit individual's name and information. We'll love to talk to them as well. But it's just an honor to be here. We always happy to do this every 1st and the 15th at 1900, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Well, they say your network is your net worth. Right? So, and let me tell you, if I've had any employment post-service, has been because of my network. I have literally, right? Even with veterans that did not know me from Adam, my first job was through a veteran CEO and COO.
Mm.
They knew what I did, and they wanted it, right? And every job after that was because of a veteran person or a veteran supporter. So hey,
Yeah.
so John put on this here.
Oh, Heroes and Horses. Micah Fick is the CEO. Great program that takes a different approach to helping our vets. That is
Outstanding.
so true. You know, Equinox, I think it's called, is definitely
Equestrian,
a
yeah,
question. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
different type of therapy.
yeah.
And that's so true. Thank you for that. And we will reach out to that individual. I appreciate John for that shout out to give them, because that is
Outstanding.
definitely another component is, you know, a lot of folks don't just gravitate to having a therapist. You know, they would like a four-legged creature, being a
Mhm.
horse, being a dog, but you know, they do help your invisible wounds, and definitely horses do that as well. But thank you for that reminder, John. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he
Uh,
says equine therapy.
equine therapy. Yeah, I knew that was an E somewhere there. Yeah.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
tell you, hey, the other day on the TV, though, you see all kinds of stuff on TV. But the other day, I saw a man walking. His service pet, right? Because you can't even just say service dog anymore. His
Mhm.
service pet was an alligator.
Woo! Ah,
Now, hey, look, there's a different flavor for everybody, man.
I
I'm
don't know
just
if that
saying.
had anything to do with service. That
Hey,
title.
look, I don't know. Comfort, I don't know what it was, but it was an alligator.
It
So
must have been here in Florida.
it was.
What does Crystal have to say? We have all networked since we joined the
Mhm,
military. Amen.
mhm.
Even time we have PCS or got a new person in the squad or platoon, we network with them. Yes,
Yep.
we did. Do not be afraid to say hello again. What? Four-letter
It's
word it is?
it's
It is
free.
free. Yeah, that's true. I mean, coming to a new school like our
Yep.
children do, or us as in the university, higher education, or a new squad, as you mentioned, even a new job, you know, just having someone greet you hello goes a long way. Feel welcome and feel acknowledged and accepted, because that's what we're looking for, acceptance half the time. So being part of that tribe. So very much so. Thank you for being part of our tribe,
Oh,
Crystal, and
yeah.
John and Jacqueline. Appreciate from Texas, living up the dream over there in the Lone Star State.
Well, I tell you, sometimes the hesitation is just the unknown territory, right? So
Yeah,
we tend to kind of like survey. We don't just jump in, man. We gotta that's part of our training in the military. We gotta
situation
make
awareness.
sure that it's safe before I jump in there, right? And so sometimes that little safety check before you get into networking may take a little longer than you really want. But there are if you're going to a certain particular place, like if you come into Orlando, we have a plethora of organization. I know for a fact Texas is has a plethora of organizations that are geared toward that assimilation into the community. Here in Orlando, we have so many. Central Florida Navy League. We have the Army. We have
Marines,
the
Air Force.
Marines, and all kinds of stuff. And still here we have a good representation, both active and reserve, because we have a reserve station and we still have an active component up in Orlando. So, there's a lot of things going on. The biggest thing is just, shows like this where you can say, "Hey, I'm going to, I don't know, California." Right? I'm going to California and I'm like, "Crystals in California. Let me just, at least get them in the right direction." Right? So, this is what happens with these types of shows. And this is exactly why we did it. This is a place where you can gather, get some information, get some contacts, maybe just say, "Man, I need help," or, "Hey, I missed it. I missed the camaraderie. I want to get in here. I want to say hello to all my brothers and sisters," and it helps. So don't
Yeah.
be shy.
Yeah, and speaking of things to know, so those Jacqueline from Texas, Jacqueline, we have John and Crystal on from West Coast. You know, anytime you fly into MCO, which is Orlando Airport, right next exit,
Yep.
Trayport is the NEX. So, and if you want to get some great tickets for the parks or just want to shop at the exchange, it's right there. So literally just jump off the plane and you could go right there, get all your tickets, get all your fast track, fast passes, all that stuff is right there. Memorabilia from Orlando or the theme parks. So right there, get off the plane and right there is the exit. Oh, right before getting on the plane. So NEX Orlando, don't forget about that, folks, when you travel.
Hey, they even got a commissary. So hey,
well, think it's big now, but it has something.
Hey, it will do. Believe me,
it will do. Absolutely. But yeah.
So,
but again,
folks,
yeah.
No, thank you, everybody for joining in. And you know, we don't spend a whole lot of time on here unless there's a lot of activity. But share the segment, you know, with your network. Share the actual replay if you can. But most importantly, let people know the 1st and the 15th they can count on somewhere they can actually gather and be part of, right? And Ricky, she's thanks for joining us once again. You know, less than 6 degrees of separation from a big break, right? And it is
happy endeavors.
It is that close. You just have to reach out, right? Sometimes you got to speak out too.
Yeah, and for those who are just joining, again, I mentioned a couple quotes of sayings, and I'll do a quick repeat on them. Is first, and I'll mention you. First, as you look back on your life, you realize that every time you thought you was being rejected from something good, you was actually being redirected to something better. The second one is the mind replays what the heart cannot delete. And the last one is try to change the narrative of my bad to my good.
Outstanding. Well, folks, you know, if you have any suggestions to our 1st and 15th segment of Radio Check, shoot, we would like to get somebody to hop on in here since we're running it live now. And maybe entertain a couple of chats here and there.
That's right.
And being a live show gives you a lot more flexibility, especially when you're talking about folks joining in. But hey, let us know. Write us. Our email is theleadershipvoid@gmail.com. Radio Check is one extension of our podcast where we come on live and just kind of in a very non-threatening environment, just bring in everybody that wants to be part of. If you cannot catch us on the live, there's always an address to the replay. And you can go on there and find still get the information, right, that we share during this. I want to make sure that we cover our subscription, right? We have a goal, and I'll let Vince talk because I'm going to be doing Vanna White over here.
Yeah, definitely. He talked about the Leadership Void podcast we have on our YouTube channel. We reached 100 subscriber last year. So here we are. Not going to thank you, John. Great job. We appreciate it. Go Navy.
Yeah,
of course. Go Marines. Go Army. Go Ghosties. But we're trying to reach our 200, folks. So to reach our 200, we need your help. For those who haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, The Leadership Void, hit that subscribe button. And what you're going to get, drum roll, please, is this wonderful book, Standing O, the Salute edition from Scott McGregor, who was one of our guests. And he autographed that book. It's himself. So guess what? That book is money. He is doing some wonderful things.
Doing great.
Talk about gratitude, lessons in gratitude. That book talks a lot about it. Yeah. So we hope you join, pass the word so folks that let us reach that 200 mark, hopefully before the end of this year. Or hopefully sooner. So 200 will be our next key. And Enrique mentioned a little while ago, maybe bringing on a guest on the show, on this live show. So for those who are now today, who would like to put their name in the chat to be our first person to just honor our stage, the virtual stage with us? Just let us know. Don't be shy. Don't be
Yeah,
scared.
don't be shy. Don't be shy. It is on the 1st and the 15th, so you have plenty of time to plan, right?
Mhm.
The
7
next
o'clock,
one of
like
those first.
clockwork. Payday,
That's right.
baby.
Well, it depends on your time zone, but it's Eastern time, 1900 Eastern, and we will gladly put you into the little square here, and and we'll have a chat and go about it like that. But thanks for joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure to to speak and open a platform for others to come in and have a resource. A lot of times that's all you need. It's somewhere to go, and and we want to be that place. Uh, Before we do get off, and I'm gonna let Vince close here. There's a little video that we started out with. I want to play that for everybody as soon as we close out, so you can watch that. It represents us all.
Yes, indeed. But again, here we are, the 1st and 15, are checking on our battle buddies. So we just thank you for your time you gave us tonight, and we hope to see you on the 1st of August. Invite the other folks in the military community. Let us know about nonprofits or for profits doing some wonderful things in the veteran and military space. But for you all that joined, thank you. Keep going forward, pushing forward, and we're here for you if you need anything. Thank you.
You're not alone.
No way. We got you 6.
Good night, everybody.
Night.